The first time I saw her, she looked like a ghost out of the void, pale, trembling, and staring at me as if I were a god she'd been told would never exist. We were both trapped in the same derelict station orbiting a dying red star. My ship, Artemis II, had suffered a reactor failure, forcing me to make an emergency docking. The place had been long abandoned, or so I thought. The corridors were half collapsed, filled with flickering lights and silence so thick it pressed against the skin. My oxygen meter blinked at 23%. I had maybe 2 hours to scavenge parts and leave before I became just another skeleton in the dark. Then I heard breathing. Not my own, something ragged and shallow, echoing from a maintenance hatch. "Hello," I called, aiming my flashlight toward the noise. The beam caught movement. A figure curled against the wall. Silver hair clung to her face, and her skin glowed faintly blue beneath the grime. She flinched at the light. I lowered it immediately, raising my free hand in peace. "Hey, it's okay. I'm not here to hurt you." For a long, agonizing second, she just stared at me. Her wide eyes reflected the dim light, alien yet hauntingly familiar. Finally, she whispered in a trembling voice that barely carried through the static in my helmet. "Who man?" Froze. My blood ran cold. She said the word as if testing its weight, as if saying a name forbidden for centuries. "Yes," I managed to say, my voice breaking through the calm static. "Human. I'm Lieutenant Ethan Cross, United Terran Fleet." Her lips parted, and her voice cracked as tears welled in her glowing eyes. "Humans. You're real." She collapsed forward, sobbing into her hands. I barely caught her before she hit the floor. Beginning. The lost outpost. I carried her back to the main docking chamber, laying her near my ship's emergency heater. She was light, too light, and her skin was cold as ice. Her body bore scars that looked almost surgical, and her breathing was erratic. I quickly connected my oxygen supply to hers, adjusting the flow. After a few moments, something like color returned to her cheeks. She opened her eyes again, staring at me with disbelief. "I thought you were only myths," she said softly. "Stories told to frighten us, or to give us hope." I frowned. "Who told you that?" "My people," she said. "The Viriel. We were told the humans destroyed themselves thousands of cycles ago. That your kind vanished into your own flames." She paused, her gaze flickering to the Terran insignia on my suit. "But you're here, breathing. Real." I knelt beside her, confused and fascinated all at once. "What is this station? Why are you here alone?" Her expression darkened. "It used to be a listening post, before the Silence War. My family was stationed here. When the storms came, the others fled. I stayed because I couldn't leave her behind." "Her?" Yes. She pointed toward a dark corridor that led deeper into the complex. "My sister. Middle. Secrets beneath the silence." We moved cautiously through the ruins. The air grew thinner the deeper we went. I gave her an oxygen canister from my emergency pack. Along the walls, alien script glowed faintly, like veins of light pulsing in time with our footsteps. It was beautiful and eerie all at once. As we walked, she told me her name, Elira. Her people, the Viriel, were once explorers and scholars who'd spread across the stars. But when the Silence War erupted, an ancient conflict that had erased entire civilizations, they sealed themselves away in isolated colonies, believing humanity had been the spark that ignited it. But Elira had doubts. She'd been searching the old records when she discovered an encrypted message. It bore human design, a distress beacon buried in the station's core. "I think someone left it for you," she said. "For me?" "Yes. For any of your kind who might still exist. We reached the control room and my breath caught. In the center of the vast circular chamber floated a cryopod, ancient, human-made, covered in frost. My flashlight beam revealed faint letters etched along the side. Project Echo. UTF Archive Unit 7. That's impossible, I whispered. This predates the collapse by at least 3 centuries. Elira touched the glass reverently. I've guarded this for years, waiting for someone to come. My people wouldn't believe me when I said humans might return. They said I was delusional. Why guard it? I asked softly. She smiled sadly. Because I wanted to believe in something more than silence. The pod suddenly hissed, systems flickering back to life as my proximity suit connected with its signal. Data streamed across my visor. Serial sequence interrupted. Manual override detected. Before I could react, the chamber trembled. A low hum filled the air. The defense drones, Elira gasped. They'll see you as an intruder. Metal shapes emerged from the shadows. Sleek, spherical machines with glowing red eyes and plasma arms. Run! Shouted. We ducked behind a console as the first shot ripped through the air, scorching the floor. I pulled my sidearm and fired, shattering one drone's core. Sparks rained down. Elira's eyes glowed faintly, her hands weaving strange, luminous patterns. Energy rippled from her fingertips, striking the drones and disrupting their targeting systems. Neural interference, she gasped. It won't last, go. Together, we fought our way toward the pod's console. I slammed my palm on the control panel, forcing an emergency download of the archived data. The holographic display came alive with human faces, blueprints, and coordinates. Elira stared in awe. It's your history, your truth. It's proof, I said. Proof humanity didn't vanish. We were scattered. Scattered, she repeated softly. Yes, lost but not gone. The last drone exploded and silence fell again. Elira leaned against the pod, trembling. Then softly she asked, "Will you take this knowledge back to your people?" He nodded. "If I can make it out alive." She looked at me, her voice almost breaking. "Then at least one of us will remember." Ending, the echo of hope. We returned to the docking chamber, both exhausted. The data core was safely stored in my pack. But when I reached for the ship's hatch, Elira stopped me. "You can't leave yet," she said. "Why not?" "Because once you go, the storm fields around this station will collapse. I won't survive it." Froze. "There's room on my ship, come with me." She smiled faintly, shaking her head. "My body can't handle your gravity or air for long. I've already stretched my limits staying this close to you." My throat tightened. "You can't stay here. It's falling apart." Her luminous eyes met mine. "Then let me do something before it does." She reached up, her hand trembling as she touched the side of my helmet. Her voice was soft, almost a whisper. "Do humans still believe in miracles?" I couldn't answer. She smiled. "Because I think you are one." The chamber trembled again. Cracks splintered across the ceiling. I grabbed her hand. "Elira, please." She pressed something small into my palm, a crystalline pendant that pulsed with faint light. "It's a memory crystal," she said. "It holds my people's last songs. If they ever meet you again, show them this. Let them know the myths were true." Before I could protest, she pushed me toward the hatch. The blast doors sealed shut between us. Through the narrow viewport, I saw her smiling, serene, radiant even in the collapsing dark. The last thing she said echoed through my comms.